Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to the new story of r/relationship advice. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for new future videos. Let's get started. Cheers.
Stories in today's video. 1. I 33 meters discovered my fiance's 31F affair and bolted. Now what? 2. Caught my husband and best friend. We have been together for 11 years. We have been engaged for 3. We moved across the country 4 years ago to be closer to her parents. Her mom is getting and her dad needed help with his business. We were ready to get married, which we then postponed because of COVID. I discovered she was having an affair with her boss 8 months ago, when I found her scribbling their names together with hearts, trying out her signature with his last name, etc., like a high school crush. I was shocked. I kept gathering evidence, naked pictures, fake work trips, blah blah, but I had no idea what to do. I was just like a ghost. Finally, she made some comment about how nice her boss was, how I should meet him, I'd really like him, and I just lost my sh*t. She told me everything. She told me some things. She never meant to hurt me. She was unhappy. She didn't mean it when she said she loved him. It's complicated. She thinks we should fix this, but I couldn't even process what I was hearing. Like I had known for months, but I just didn't believe it was real. I didn't know what to do, so I packed up my car with some camping gear, and I bolted. I've just been wandering around state parks and BLM sites for the last week. Supposedly to clear my head, but I'm just so fixated I sit in my tent watching *TTY YouTube life coach videos. Obviously, I didn't think this through. I am so scared right now. I have no idea what to do next. This would all be more manageable if I hadn't moved across the country to be with her and her family. I work for her father for his carpentry business, because I thought this is what she wanted. It's all I've ever done. I have no other skills. I have no friends out here, no family. I'm completely tangled up in her and her parents. I have a couple thousand in savings and a 2010 Honda Civic, and now I feel like I have to completely start my life over, by myself. It seems impossible, but I can't go back. The conversations she had with her boss about are so humiliating. I'm just wandering the Mojave Googling cheapest cities to live. I have no idea what I'm doing. We have a dog. We were going to renovate her parents' house to add a nursery for our kids. We had this incredible life, and now I'm just like a drifter. I don't trust myself not to go running back begging for reconciliation, but just because I'm scared to be alone. Update. Thank you everyone. This is the craziest thing I've done, and I was starting to feel crazy for even leaving. I know I can't go back. I think I just needed the encouragement. I should also clarify a couple of points, since I wasn't very clear in my rant. Sorry. 1. I talked to her father on my way out of town. He completely understood. He gave me a big hug, and we cried for a little bit. It was probably the most difficult conversation I've ever had. 2. I should have been more clear the carpentry business. I wish I was a carpenter. That would be a real skill. Instead, her father's business was more like a specialty fabricator of exotic veneers for casework. I have some bench carpentry skills, but it's all so specialized. This is what was frustrating me so much earlier, the feeling that I allowed myself get pigeonholed to oblivion, instead of looking out for myself. 3. I didn't exactly ghost my fiancé. It took me half a day to pack for my excursion, so she knew what I was doing, and I wasn't no contact. I told her my first couple of locations and then that I was out of service. She was texting me a lot at first, mostly bullshit, asking me if I wanted pictures of our dog, how did I sleep, etc. I haven't taken the bait, and she has since cooled off. 4. I talked to my brother on the East Coast today. He's excited for us to spend the holidays together. I'll be heading out there after I get a new air filter for the car. I might swing by Tucson on the way through. It seems like a good cheap place to start over. Thanks again everyone for talking me out of a pity party. I'm fine. The other night, I walked in on my best friend and husband. I had my suspicions for a couple months, and was gaslit by him every time I brought it up. As a result, my mental health declined in a major way. This was the only thing I had on my mind for the last few weeks. I'm purposefully being vague for the sake of my attorney, not that it's really even necessary, as neither use Reddit could possibly tie this account to me, and this is going down as no fault. We were married a very short period of time and LT1Y, but had been together for almost 4 years. The past few months, my ex-best friend separated from her husband, and me, being an excellent friend, made her my priority. I didn't want her to feel an ounce of loneliness, so I invited her into my life, our lives. We even moved into a bigger space so we could have a proper home for the three of us. I never expected this to turn out this way. After all, she was my best friend for a decade and a half. I trusted her more than anything. And she just shoved it right up my *SS in the most egregious way imaginable. I don't know how to cope with this betrayal. I have a bright future ahead of me, career-wise, but it just doesn't feel enough. It's still very fresh, but every morning waking up alone and having reality hit me is like one giant slap in the face all over again. How could they do this to me? Where am I supposed to go from here? Edit. I'll be back in a few hours to reply to more people. Thank you so much for your help and for helping me feel less alone. I'm just out of emotional energy to keep discussing this for the time being. Edit 2. I did not expect the overwhelming response that I got to this post. Thank you all for your kind words, your wisdom, your shared experiences, and your love. I can't even express how much this was needed. If I haven't answered more situation-specific questions at this point, it's because it doesn't really matter anymore. What's done is done, and I know it's unhealthy for me to keep reliving the events of that night specifically, and the weeks before in which I was gaslit and suffered in silence. I'm doing my best to just keep existing for the next few days, and have a plan to get my *SS back in action by Thursday, because I cannot afford to miss any more time from my career. I'm managing, just barely, but I know I will eventually be okay. The only thing I can do at this point is keep breathing.